Welcome to our presentation on the Programmable Thermostat 521, the thermostat that is small in size but big in ability. The focus of the 521 is on the ease of installation and simplicity for the user. The presentation will cover equipment compatibility, features, applications, installation, wiring, user interface, settings, and a product comparison at the end. Let's review the equipment compatibility. The thermostat can operate one-stage heat and fan, two-stage heat and fan, and one-stage heat, one-stage cool, and one fan. These combinations allow the 521 to operate radiant floor heating, convectors, fan coils, furnaces, electric strip heating, and an air conditioner. The 521 has many features. The most notable are programmable schedules, optimum start, permanent temperature hold, radiant floor heating, and two-stage heating. Other features include 2 auxiliary sensor inputs, a display backlight, and a battery-free time backup that lasts a minimum of 4 hours. The 521 is packaged together with a slab sensor 079 and mounting hardware. The 521 includes a programmable schedule. Due to the large thermal mass, radiant floors can take several hours to warm up. A widely held belief is that a programmable schedule does not work well with radiant floor heating. Optimum Start solves this problem by learning the heat up rate of the room. The thermostat can turn on the heat in advance so that the room is warm when in use. This allows programmable schedules to reduce energy use and help save money. The 521 includes a new feature called the permanent temperature hold. The hold overrides the programmable schedule. The hold feature works as follows. First, press the hold button. The display will then show set hold, and you can press the up or down button to set your hold temperature. After a couple seconds, the display will show hold in the upper left-hand corner where the time used to be shown. The hold will remain in effect until the hold button is pressed a second time. At this point, the thermostat resumes the programmable schedule. The permanent temperature hold uses special logic when the thermostat has both an air and a floor temperature sensor installed. If the hold temperature is set above your normal occupied temperature, then the floor minimum temperature is maintained. If the hold temperature is set below your occupied temperature, then the thermostat no longer maintains a minimum floor temperature setting. The 521 supports 3 temperature control options: room air only, floor only, and a combination of room and floor together. Floor only sensing is most commonly found in bathrooms. The client wants the tile floor to feel warm, and air temperature is not a concern. A combination of room and floor temperature sensors enhance comfort in areas with large amounts of glass windows and protects wood flooring from overheating. Areas with large amounts of glass experience large solar gains during the day. This would normally shut off a radiant floor heating system. The floor is cold when the sun sets, resulting in the room feeling cold. The floor sensor solves this problem by warming the floor during the day, resulting in the room feeling comfortable in the evening. The 521 supports two-stage heating as an option. The default is for one-stage heating only. The second stage heat turns on when both the room temperature falls below the W2 differential below the set heat room setting, and when the W2 delay time elapses. The W2 differential has a range of 1.5 to 8 degrees. and the W2 delay has a range of 1 minute to 180 minutes. Used together, a combination of these settings allow the installer to customize the second stage heating to meet the client's needs. Let's have a look at the supported applications. There is one-stage heat with zone valve, one-stage heat with zone pump, two-stage heat, two-stage heat with fan, one-stage heat, one-stage cool with one fan. In this application, the thermostat turns on a zone valve, and through the zone valve end switch, the boiler is turned on. In this case, the boiler is turning on its own boiler pump and the main system pump. An optional slab sensor 079 can be installed for radiant floor heating applications. This application is similar to the previous one. The thermostat operates a zone pump through the use of an isolation relay. The relay also activates the boiler through an end switch. An optional slab sensor 079 can also be installed for radiant floor heating applications. Let's have a look at a two-stage hydronic heating application. The 521 operates a radiant floor as the first stage and a hydronic baseboard as the second stage heat. The first stage radiant floor heating system is piped downstream of a three-way mixing valve, which reduces the water temperature. The hydronic baseboard is operated directly off of the boiler water temperature. Here is a two-stage heating application where the first stage of heat is a radiant floor heating system and the second stage heat is a furnace. Lastly, here's an application with one stage heat, one stage cool with one fan. The first stage heat can be a hydronic fan coil, and the cooling can be operated by an air conditioner together with a blower fan. The installation process has been simplified when compared to previous Tecmar thermostats. The 521 can be installed directly to the sheetrock or can be installed to a 2x4 gang box with the optional adapter plate 012. Mounting hardware is also included. All wiring is then terminated to the base to simplify installation. The top of the thermostat front is installed first and acts as a pivot. The bottom is then swung shut to secure the front of the thermostat to the base. The 521 has three isolated relays, a W1, a Y/W2, and a G relay. Each of the relays have dry contacts. This may require field jumpers to be installed as required. The thermostat has two auxiliary sensor inputs available. They can measure room, floor, or outdoor air temperature. Auxiliary sensors are automatically detected at power on. This prevents unwanted error messages in the event that the auxiliary sensor setting is set incorrectly. The factory default for auxiliary sensor 1 is floor, and the default for sensor 2 is room. The switch settings are located on the inside of the thermostat near the bottom left-hand corner. Switch setting 1 hides or makes visible the access level setting in the setup menu. The 521 has two access levels, installer and user. The installer access level allows the installer to adjust sensor and fan configuration settings. The user access level provides access to all comfort and programmable schedule settings. After 24 hours of operation, the thermostat automatically changes from installer to user access level. The display shows the room temperature in large numbers in the center of the display. The floor temperature is shown in the upper right-hand corner, and the time clock is shown in the upper left-hand corner. The words "heat on" is shown when the thermostat is actively heating. A backlight can be set to be either on automatically whenever a button is pressed. It can be on all the time, or you can set the backlight to be off permanently. Below the display, there is a mode, an up, a down, and a hold button. The mode button selects between heat, cool, and off modes. The hold button overrides the programmable schedule. The up or down button select the temperature setting. Pressing and holding both the up and down buttons together enter the programming menus. Let's have a look at that. After entering the programming menus by pressing the up and down buttons together, the thermostat will have 5 possible programming menus: fan, set temp, time, schedule, and setup menus. While in the programming menu, the mode button changes to become a menu button. Pressing the menu button selects from one menu to the next. The hold button changes to become a program button. Pressing the program button enters the menu. Once inside the menu, the hold button becomes an item button. Pressing the item button advances you from one setting to the next. Let's have a look at the programming menus. The fan menu only has one setting. It selects whether the fan is in automatic or on. Automatic runs the fan together with the heating or cooling systems. The set temp menu sets the thermostat temperature settings. There is an air heating temperature for both occupied and unoccupied, an air cooling temperature for both occupied and unoccupied, floor temperature setting for both occupied and unoccupied, and there is a set floor max that protects the flooring material by setting an upper floor temperature. The time menu sets the time minutes, hours, and the day of the week. The time mode selects either 12 or 24-hour time, and the clock setting selects whether the time is shown in the home screen. The schedule menu sets the time of day at which the thermostat changes temperature. There is an event 1, 2, 3, and 4 setting times. You can also set whether the schedule is either on or off. You can also select whether there are 2 or 4 events per day, and you can select whether the schedule repeats every 24 hours or every week. Lastly, there is an optimum start setting. You can select whether optimum start is either on or off. The setup menu configures the thermostat. Access selects either user or installer access level. The units can be set to either degrees Fahrenheit or degrees Celsius. The backlight can be set to off, automatic, or on. The type just lets you know that the model number is the 521 for troubleshooting. Sensor 1 can be set to none, room, floor, or outdoor, and sensor 2 can be set to none, room, or floor. The room sensor can be set to either on or off. The W2 relay can be set to on or off, and the W2 delay can be set from 1 to 180 minutes. The W2 differential can be set between 1.5 to 8 degrees. And the fan mode can select how the fan should run together with the W1, W2, and Y relays. The 521 is designed to replace the 510, 511, and 512 model thermostats. The 521 includes all features and more than the 510, 511, 512, all for a lower price point. Let's have a look at the features. All 4 thermostats include a W1 relay for heating. Second stage heating and cooling is only found on the 521 and on the 512. A G relay to operate the fan is only available on the 521. All 4 thermostats include 2 auxiliary sensor inputs. The The 521 includes a slab sensor 079, so does the 511. The 521 is the only thermostat to automatically detect sensors. This reduces the number of error messages that a user may encounter. All 4 thermostats include a programmable schedule. Only the 521 includes a permanent temperature hold to override the programmable schedule. The 521 includes a W2 delay and a W2 differential setting to adjust the second stage heating. This is unique to the 521, and the 510, 511, and 512 do not support this option. Likewise, the 521 has the option to wire directly to the base. This simplifies the installation of the thermostat. In summary, we discussed the equipment compatibility, features, applications, installation, wiring, user interface, settings, and a comparison of the 521 to the 510, 511, and 512 thermostats. If you have any questions regarding the Programmable Thermostat 521, you can reach us at techmar.customerservice@wattswater.com. Thank you for watching today's presentation.